So this is our Boomi screen, and do you guys remember what are these? You know, um, the build page names I have given. What is this left area?
That is
Anybody?
Component Explorer, and the right side is Process Canvas.
Okay, I'm guessing it's not Madhu who answered
Diksha.
Diksha. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So this is Component Explorer, and what is this? Anybody? Subscribe Bharati. This area, center area of the build page. Sorry, little bit louder. Shape palette. Okay, off correct. Yeah, it is shape palette. Okay, yeah. And what is this area? This right side of the build page.
Process Canvas.
Yeah, yeah, cool. So yeah, in this area, right? In this shape palette area only, we are going to pick up all our shapes. But how can we identify whether it is shape or component? Okay. The major difference between the shape and component is shape can be used one time. Okay, we cannot reuse it. But coming to component, it's a reusable shape. Okay, it is a reusable shape where more than one process, if it has any dependency, we can use it. But if you see if you take an example from this execute shape itself, there are a lot of shapes we have, and we have uh, component and shapes mixed in it. Okay, if I drag map, and if I drag set properties, notify, message, okay, in this out of four, which one is component and which one is shape? How can you identify that? So basically, how you can identify it is, when it comes to the component, right? Let's say this is my map shape, and it is giving me to create the option. When I go and create it, right, you will see the save and close option. That is your first thing you can understand. Okay, when it comes to the shape, it will be like okay and close. You will see the options okay and cancel. Okay, but coming to the component, you can see save and close, and close options. Okay, that is your uh, first point. You can identify whether this one is a shape or component. Okay, let me show you the difference. Um, so basically, map is a component. I'll tell you how it is a component. Okay, if I open set property, I see only OK and cancel. Okay, and coming to the notify, I see only OK cancel. Coming to the message, I see only OK cancel. Coming to the map, I see okay. You can ask me. I'm seeing outside OK and cancel. But still, any shape, right? You will see OK and cancel. But see whether we can able to create or edit something inside inside that shape or not. Okay. So for map, right? Yeah, we are seeing, obviously we are seeing OK and cancel, but still it is giving me one option to create something. Okay, inside map. So when I go and click here, yeah, I see save and close. So map is a component. First thing I can do, okay, I can understand map is a component. And there is one more thing you can understand. Okay, right side your bottom area. Do you see anything here? This is blank here, right? Okay, just note it down. This is blank here. When I click the save button, right? If I click something, save, if I save something, okay, you see there is one feature created called revision history. Okay, This maintains our versions of the saves. Like previous versions, it will maintain. Basically, this is our current version. So the current version highlighted with this yellow color. Okay, this is my component ID and created by who and by what time. These information you can see it. Okay, when it comes to the component, right? So what I told, first option you will see is save and close option, and the second option, when you save something, you will get the revision history. So by seeing revision history, you can understand anything. Whenever any shape which has the revision history, that is component. Okay, no doubts about it. Like yes. So now
So,
I have considered something.
so Ravi, if there are multiple maps, like if I change the map, like every day I'm changing something, so I'm enhancing the map, and I'm saving. So this revision history already, the version control is already inbuilt in Boomi.
Yes, it is same like I think in Java and all, we can log Git log or something, okay, where we will maintain all the Java code revision history, right? Same way, for Boomi, right? Yeah, it is inbuilt control where you can maintain all your previous history. Say for an example, okay, in this, in this one currently this map is empty, and after some time I'm importing something and saving it. So in the second version, what I can see is the map loaded and everything. But in the first version, the empty map will be shown, right? So that kind of version control, it will give us the, by default by Boomi. So if you want to roll out to the previous versions also, you can do it.
So if we want to go back to the, or we figure out that this new map is not working as expected, if we want to
Exactly.
previous one, and we can do that, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can go to the previous version and roll out the previous savings. So what you need to do is like, let's say you have five versions already, and as you told, fifth version is not working out for you, but previously third version, was working. So what you can do is, you can roll out to the third version and save the third one. Okay, not the fifth one. Okay, save the third one and close the fifth one, so that the third version will become your sixth version. Okay, whatever the third version changes, right, that will become your sixth version, and basically you are duplicating your third version into your sixth version, and you can use the same map again. So that rollout you can do.
Okay, but we cannot use the version 4 or 5, right? We have to open the map, the version 5 map, and then rename or resave it with the version latest version.
See, basically, whatever the previous changes you are going to make or save, right, that will not stay in the same version. It will, I mean, the ID values you are seeing, right? The revision ID values, that will be an incremental mode every time. Like whenever you go back and, if you want to roll out some version, and if you are saving something for that version, that basically gets replicated. You're not making the same changes with the previous version. You are just taking that version's changes and replicating it to the new version, so it will increment the number. What is your current version, it will upgrade one version, and the changes wise, it is your previous changes, but version wise it will increment the number. Okay, and there, as you told, yeah, you can update the profile names, map name, or any map updations also you can make it, since it is your current version, right? You can do the changes whatever you wanted. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see all of those things, like how to revisit to the different versions and all. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, before that we need to see the profiles and all, right? So today we'll see XML and JSON structure, and I will give you some exercises to practice, and then yeah, once you fit with the syntax of XML and JSON, then yeah, we are good. We can come to the mapping and we can cover all those steps. Okay. So yeah, this is what about the shape and component difference. So do you guys have any questions like how to identify the shape and component? Yeah, if you see set properties, right? It is also giving me the configure option, and I'm going to set something. Okay, these information. I mean these DDP dynamic document property, dynamic process properties and all, which covers in our, future classes. Just for an example, I'm just adding some dummy names. Okay, DDP dummy I'm giving, and I'm setting something static value, maybe tomorrow. Okay, see that configure button is gone, but still if I open the set property, still I don't see any revision history, I don't see save and close button. So I can understand. Okay, set property is not a component; it is a shape. Okay, this way you can understand. And if you come to the message, I can add anything. Click OK, and if I see again, I don't see any revision history here. I don't see OK cancel button. Okay, so coming to the component, there are two things. You will see the save and close option and the revision history. By understanding that, you can identify whether that particular shape is a component or shape. Okay. And yeah, one more thing I wanted to say is like if you want to save something into the component, you click save and close option. After that, you will be going to the click close option. But coming to the uh, these guys, right, the shapes. Let me show you that. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to configure anything. Okay. And simply I'm configuring something. Okay. And see, for the shape I have configured, and if I click cancel button, it will ask me to discard the changes. If I go and open it again, it doesn't save for me. Okay. So same way for any component, before you come back or before you come out of that component, what you'll do, you'll save to make sure all the changes what you made have been properly set in this component, right? Same way for any shape, if you don't click OK, the content will not save. Whatever you are configuring, it will not save. When you click cancel or anything, it will not save. Okay. So make sure if you are coming out of you are making some changes for shape, and if you are coming out of shape, make sure whether you are clicking OK or cancel. If you click OK, it will stores the content. If you click cancel, it will discard the content. Okay, that's the difference for shape. I mean, for component, you click save and close. For any shapes, you click OK or cancel. Okay, so you see here, I have given DDP sample, and I'm clicking OK here now. You see the configure button is gone, which means my content has stored. Right. So this is how you need to store the content when it comes to the component and shape.